excited about this venture, this new venture in his life. So, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So you have a comfortable seat, nice and secure. Remember, if you have wheels, set a towel or something so they don't move around. I'm gonna be using my regular weights. And then I also have some water. You wanna make sure you stay hydrated during this session. And let's begin by loosening up our shoulders. We're just gonna raise them up and lower them back down. Raise them up and back down. And go up and down. Let's do this just a few times, loosening up the shoulders, loosening up the area that the shoulders connect to the neck. Really overemphasize squeezing them tight and pulling them down. And we'll do one more time. And back to normal. Nice. Let's go ahead and pull them forward and then pull them back. Pull them forward and pull them back. And again, really overemphasize. Imagine that you can touch those shoulder blades together. Imagine you can touch them in the front. Really stretching out the shoulders and the area where they connect to the neck. One last time, both directions. Really squeeze together. And we'll rest them at neutral. Set your hands on your knees. We're going to go ahead and move to our necks, and we don't want our bodies to move, so that's why we place our hands on our knees, to keep our bodies facing forward, and then just the head turns. And let's look to the right and then to the left. Nice stretch across the neck. Now you can engage your eyes. Imagine you can just see a little bit further, really extending that gaze around the corner. Stretch those muscles out around the eyes. One last time to the left and back to center. Let's do up and down now. Look up and down. As you look up, extend that chin forward towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all the way across your jaw, down your chest area. This helps loosen the jaw, helps with TMJ. Also helps prevent those jowls as we start to settle. Our muscles start to hang a little bit. And back to center. Nice. I'm going to do some arm circles, so make sure that you have some room. I'm going to pull my chair forward just a bit so I can make a full circle. And I'm going to start with one hand. And as I do, let my body open up. So follow that hand around. So now you're getting your spine engaged as your whole body is turning as that hand circles. I'm going to do two more. And let's stop and change direction. Again, letting my whole body twist, warming up that spine at the same time. One last circle. And let's rest that hand on your knee, and we're going to do the other side. So if you need to adjust to make room, go ahead and find that place where you can get a full circle. And let's bring that arm around, again, allowing the body to follow. Let's do two more. And stop at the bottom. Let's change direction. I think I did. Let's do one more. I'm going to stop. Resting both hands on the knees. Nice. And go ahead and shake out those hands, shake out those shoulders. Great work. I'm gonna find my seat again. I'm gonna scoot back just a bit because I'm gonna move to the side. I'm gonna do my side stretches. And I wanna stay nice and secure. So one hand is gonna hang onto the chair to keep me safe in my chair. Other hand goes up towards the ceiling. Extend up so you feel that stretch all the way down to where your hip connects to the chair. And then we're gonna lean over. Now that hip may wanna rise up. Push it down, keep it secure. Push up towards the ceiling, pushing the hip down. And bring that arm back. Let's hang on to the chair, make a secure, safe position here. Opposite end comes up, and let's lean over. Again, don't let that hip rise up, push it down. Feel a nice stretch from the armpit all the way down to where it connects to the hip. And let's bring that arm back. Let's do that on each side one more time. Hang on to the chair. Right hand comes up, extend it up towards the ceiling, and let's lean over. And bring that arm back down. Let's switch sides. And bring that arm back down. Very nice. All right. Let's go to the edge of our chair. I'm gonna turn to my side. And so I'm sitting sideways in my chair. Back is nice and straight. Tuck that hip back. I'm gonna drop the knee that's closest to you. I'm just gonna drop it down. So my leg is going straight down. My other foot is flat and secure on the ground. All right. In this position, I'm gonna raise my arms up towards the ceiling. You should feel a stretch all the way across the front of your core here. And bring those hands back down. Turn and face the back of your chair. We're going to do a slight twist on the spine. So turn and grab the back of your chair. Help your body twist. And come back forward. Nice. This same leg that's down, I'm now going to extend it behind me. And I'm pushing on my heel. And so my body is still facing forward. Front leg is still nice and secure on the ground. Back leg is straight. Extend that heel as far as you're able to. You feel a nice stretch across the front of the hip and the upper thigh right here. We're going to do that same move. Bring those arms up. Extend up super high. Feel that stretch across the front of your body. Now turn and face me. And let's drop those hands, one on the front knee, one on the back leg. Feel a nice stretch on the inside of the thigh. And bring those arms both up. Face forward, face towards that front facing leg. Arms down. Let's do that twist one more time. Let's grab the back of the chair and twist our body. And come back forward, nice. Now I'm going to emphasize my ball of my foot. So now instead of pushing with my heel, I'm pushing with the ball of my foot, and that's going to cause my toes to kind of splay out. And so that gives a nice stretch across my toes. I still feel a nice stretch across the front of my thigh. Let's bring those arms up. Reach up tall. Turn towards me. One hand down on the front leg, one hand on the back. Bring arms both up, face forward. Hands come down. Let's grab the back of our chair for one more twist. And let's come back to the front of our chair. Very nice. You should feel a nice stretch across this leg, all the way down to our toes and even through our arch of our foot. So let's do the other side. So position yourself in your chair so that you're able to drop that front leg, and that leg just drops down. So my knee is directly facing down, front knee is facing forward, foot is flat. Let's bring those arms up, stretch up towards the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch across the front of your core. And bring those hands down. Let's grab the back of our chair as we do a spinal twist. And come back forward. Nice. That's a nice way to twist, isn't it? Let's go ahead and take this leg that's hanging and push it straight back. I'm pushing with my heel, so I'm extending my heel straight back, causing a nice stretch across my hip and the front top of my thigh right here. From this position, let's raise those arms up. Now you feel that stretch across your core. Turn and face towards me. One hand goes down on the knee, other hand down to the back of the leg. Bring both arms back up, face forward. Let's drop those arms into our spinal twist. Grab the back of your chair. And come back forward. Okay, our last move, this is when we're pushing with the ball of our feet. Now your toes are going to be splayed just a little bit. You should feel a nice stretch across your toes when you do this. So my ball of my foot is pushing down, making my toes spread apart. Let's bring those arms up. Reach a little higher. Turn and face me. Arms go down each leg. Let's bring those arms back up, face forward. Let's drop those arms into our last spinal twist. Grab the back of your chair. And release. Nice. Let's come back to the front. Very nice. Good job. All right. That was a nice way to loosen up the core. I liked that. Let's go a little bit more on our knees. I like to get a little fluid in the knees before we get going. So I'm just going to swing my feet. Nice and comfortable, letting them swing. You might hear some popping. That's releasing any air that's caught in there, allowing fluid to move in. And I'm going to do some circles now, allowing the air to seep out the side and fluid to come in. Nice way to protect the knees as we begin this session. Let's stop and change direction. And slow down. Let's shake one leg out and then the other leg out. Nice, good work. All right. We're going to start right away with our weights. So go ahead and grab your weights. And I'm going to hold one weight in each hand. Make sure everyone has their weights. Nice. I'm going to let these weights drop to the side. Palms are facing each other, and they're nice and relaxed. Have a secure position. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. Spine is nice and straight. And I'm going to shrug my shoulders. So pull my shoulders up, release them down. Pull my shoulders up and release down. So really simple, right? But this is going to help build these muscles across this top area right here. So let's do 3 reps. Our first rep is going to be a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull up, drop down. Nice. Seemed like an easy move, right? But you can really feel those muscles. We don't often use them. Our next rep is going to be a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way up and back down. Nice. You might feel a little heat, a little warmth in those muscles. Our last rep is going to be a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's squeeze a little tighter. Try to touch your earlobes and release. Whew, nice. Wow, that was quite the workout, right? It seems so simple. Let's take those weights and we're gonna move them closer to our knees. So my palms are still facing each other. I just raise them up closer to my knees. We're gonna do our bicep curls. This is the move where we just curl them up to our shoulders and then push back down. Again, we'll have 3 reps. First rep will be a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way back down. Nice. Remember to breathe, check in, make sure the shoulders are feeling relaxed. Our next rep will be for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your core nice and tight. 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way up and push back down. Nice. We have one last rep. Our rep is going to be for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way to the shoulders and push back down. Nice. Let's go ahead and drop those weights to our side. I'm going to turn them so they're facing the back of us. And we've done this, I think we did this last week. I call this my scarecrow move. Just going to raise those elbows up, kind of like a scarecrow. This is where we went last time. Now we're going to add an extra move. I'm going to push them out, drop them back down, and go back down. So if you want to try it, see how it feels for you. Maybe if you want to lighten your weight or maybe not use weights. These are really tiny muscles that we're using on the top of our shoulders. I'm going to do 3 reps. First rep is 10. 1. Open up. Drop them down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Oops. 10. All the way out, down, and back. Very good. Nice. You can really feel we're working the shoulder blades here. All right. Our next rep will be for a count of 8. Let's do the scarecrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Nice. All right. So this is a kind of a new move for us, and so you might be feeling and really some tension here. So our last one, we're just going to do the scarecrow. We're not going to add that extra push right here, just to give our muscles some time to build up for this workout. Go ahead and drop them down, and we're just going to do, just lift up and release. I'm going to do that for a count of 6. 1, 2. You can add the extra kick if you'd like. 3, 4, 5, 6, and release. Nice. I'm going to set my weights down. I'm going to take a little sip of water. You want to make sure that you're hydrating through this session. All right, nice. Let's go ahead and put our weights on our knees. I'll turn sideways so you can see this. So my arms are nice and straight. Tilt those hips back. Make sure you're protecting the lower back. Feet are flat on the ground. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to raise one weight up and drop it back down. And then I'm going to raise the other weight up. We've done a similar move, only now we're going to move one hand at a time. And each hand gets a count of 1. So we'll do 1, 1, 2, 2. That way each arm will have a full count of 10 during the first rep. All right, so 3 reps. First rep is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, good job. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Check in with that core. Make sure you're tucking your tailbone underneath. Our next rep is for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. We have one last rep. Our last rep is for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great job. Our next move is going to be a very similar one, only we're going to start with our weights in the middle. So I'm just going to push them out, and we're going to separate them, bring them back to the center, separate them on the opposite side. I call this my scissor move. So we start in the center, one goes up, one goes down. Start in the center, one goes up, one goes down. All right, so you can try it to see how it feels for you. You want to make sure your tailbone is tucked, tilt your hips back to protect your lower back. If this is a little too much for your shoulders, you can do it without weights, or maybe you have something lighter like some water bottles. Our first rep will be a count of 10. So let's start in the middle. 1, back to center. 2, back to center. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Nice. Whew. All right, that's a tough one. We're going to do that for one more rep, and let's do a count of 10 again. Now we'll do 2 reps, but we'll do a little bit higher count. So each rep will be a count of 10. Set them out in the center, and let's do our scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, nice and strong, 10. Back to center and relax. Great work. Let's give our shoulders and our upper arms a little bit of a break. I'm just going to shake mine out, loosen them up. We're going to continue to use our weights, but I'm going to give this part of our body a little bit of a rest. Let's go ahead and move to our core. And so I've got both my weights together. And I'm going to drop these weights to one side. And then I'm going to carry them all the way over to the other side. And as I'm doing this, I'm really focusing on my core, my muscles right here on the side, who's going to be doing this movement. Give your arms a little bit of a break. And we'll do 3 reps. First rep is 10. Drop them to the side. 1, all the way across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way across your body, and then let's come back to the start. Good job. Our next rep will be for a count of 8. Let's go ahead and start on one side, and for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way across the body, and come back to your starting point. Nice. You should be feeling this right here in your side muscles. Don't let the arms do this workout. We have one last rep. This last rep is for a count of 6. Let's drop those weights down, bring them all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way across the body and back to center. Nice. We're going to do our other moves to help strengthen this core area. And this next move is one where we pass it to that person behind us and then bring it back here. So now my body is staying up a little bit higher. So now I'm using muscles a little bit higher in my body. And so let's go ahead and let's pass it to the person behind us for a count of 10. 1, pass it to that person and bring it back. Pass it to the person on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to center. Nice. We have one last core that we do, and that's when we drop our hands down. Other hand comes up underneath the arm, and we do that alternating move. Again, focusing on the muscles on our side. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down and back up to center. Nice. So we've worked a little bit of our side muscles here. Let's work the muscles in our core, but our muscles back here and all the way down past our glutes to the top of our thighs. And I'm going to do that by hanging onto the weights, and I let my body hang down. And then I use these muscles to contract and bring my body up. So you should really feel these muscles contracting, raising up your body. That's going to strengthen these lower back muscles, back across the glutes and the top of the thighs. You want to do this for a count of 10. So get those weights close to your body. Go ahead and lean forward. Don't push against those feet. Let the back muscles raise you up for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up. Nice. All right. We're going to leave our core and go back to our arms again. So I find that comfortable position in the seat. I'm going to let these weights go up to my shoulders. And I'm just going to push one up, bring it down, push the other one up and bring it down. So this is our bicep muscles. These muscles are a little bit stronger. So hopefully this feels a little easier for you. I'm going to do this for a count of 10. And each hand is going to get 10 counts. So it's 1, 1, 2, 2. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. Nice. Make sure the shoulders are staying nice and relaxed. Keep that tailbone tucked under, ab nice and tight. Our next rep is going to be a count of 8. So let's bring those weights back up and for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one, nice and strong. And relax. Nice. Again, keep the shoulders nice and loose. Back is straight. Core is nice and strong. Our last rep is for a count of 6. Let's bring those weights back up and for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Keep those weights high. We're going to move them to our chest. So now I'm doing knuckle bumps right here. And we're going to open up the door, touch those shoulder blades, bring those weights back together. Let's do a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open the door, close them, and then let's relax our arms. Woo! And we're going to work on those arms hard today. What time is it? We still have enough time for one more arm exercise before we move to our legs. So we have done an exercise where we brought the weights up and dropped them down. This one's very similar, but I'm going to hold my hands separately. And so as you see on the side, I just drop that weight down almost next to my ear right here. And I raise it up and bring it back down. Raise it up and bring it back down. So it's just slightly different. It's not so far back behind our head. It's more near your ears. And we're going to do a similar move that we just did. We're just going to go up and back down. Go up and back down. And we'll do that for a count of 10. And you should feel that on these muscles underneath. So the first move was the top muscles, the biceps. Now we're working underneath. Our first rep is for a count of 10. And we have not used these, so let's do alternating. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll give you guys a little break here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Nice. All right. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this a little better. Our next rep is for a count of 6. Bring those weights by your ears. I'm sorry, a count of 8. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Nice. Whew. Relax those shoulders. We have one last rep. Our last rep is for a count of 6. And bring those weights up to our ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to all the way to the start and release. Great work. Good job. Let's go ahead and set these weights down. Make sure you're setting them out of the way because we're going to be using our feet now. And before we move to our legs, this is a great time to grab some water. And again, make sure our bodies are hydrated. Okay, we're going to get started just by loosening up our hips and starting to warm up our thighs. I'm going to do that by hanging onto our chair and lifting a knee up, dropping it down, lifting the knee up, dropping it down. So I'm keeping my body secure. I'm also keeping my back nice and straight. I'm not going to let my body move forward. I'm just going to pull a knee up, drop it down, pull a knee up, drop it down. This is going to engage that core and also warm up the hips and the thighs. And we'll do this for a count of 10, and each leg gets a count. So we're going to do 1, 1. And let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hard to see me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, good job. I'm going to do a similar move. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. We're actually going to raise both our knees up together and lower them back down. And I'm going to use the back of my chair to help support me. So I'm going to lean back. So I'm scooted a little bit forward. So as I lean back, you can see I've got a little bit of an angle here. So I'm going to lean back in my chair. And then my hands are going to go straight out in front of me. And because I'm going to lift these knees up to touch my hands and go back down. So go ahead and try that, see how it feels for you. You may have to adjust yourself in the chair. And that chair is going to help support your back. That way we're just working the core muscles and the muscles on our thighs. And we're going to go ahead and put those hands out. And let's lift our knees to our hands for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3. If this is too much, you can hang onto the chair and help push them up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. You might feel a little pressure on your back, a little pressure here on the front of the core here. One last core session and using our legs. This one is when we put our hands on our shoulders and we bring the knee to the elbow and the elbow to the knee, and we alternate back and forth. Again, we're using these core muscles, using these thigh muscles, and also using our hip flexors. So hands on your shoulders, another count of 10. And let's do 10 for each leg. So we'll do a total of 20 when we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Nice, all right. So we did 3 moves, lifting the legs, building up the core. I'm going to do those 3 moves one more time, this time only for a count of 8. And so again, we hang on, we just lift those knees up, and each one, we'll do that for a count of 8. So 1, 1, 2, 2. Back is straight. 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Nice. Our next move is when we scoot back and we let our back rest against the back of the chair, and we bring our knees up together. Now again, you can put your arms out. This is really challenging to the core. If this is too much today, you can hang on to the chair and lift those knees up. but the knees are gonna rise up together. And so let's go ahead and prepare for this one. Again, for a count of 8. I'm gonna try it with my arms out and lift these knees up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way up and back down. Nice. All right. Our last move for our core and our upper thighs, hands on shoulders. For a count of 8, each leg gets a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Nice, great job. Whew, I can really feel my core. That's a great workout. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring those legs out in front of us and swing them back down. And I'm just gonna raise those legs up in front and drop them back down. You can hang onto the chair, you can lean back, however it feels comfortable. Let's go ahead and raise those legs up for a count of 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last time all the way out, 10. And I'm gonna hold them out there. Hold those legs out and let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Great job, nice. All right, all this core workout can put a little strain on the back, so I'm gonna loosen the back up. My legs are straight out in front of me. My feet are flat on the ground. I wanna make sure that my body's in alignment. So remember, I take my fist, set them between my knees. Now I know my knees are straight out from my hips. If I go all the way down, make sure my ankles are also in alignment with my knees and they're flat on the ground. Once I know my body is nice and straight and in alignment, I'm gonna lean forward and just let my body lean against my legs. Let your head drop down, let your shoulders drop, touch the ground. While you're in this position, go ahead and shake the head, loosen up the neck just a bit. And let's walk those hands back up, walk your body back up. Ah, nice. I'm gonna open up my legs in a wider stance here. Now my feet are in alignment with my knees. So if I see my legs are jutting out, and if I were to look past my knees, my feet are pointing in the same direction. From this position, I'm gonna rest my elbows down onto my knees. Already that feels like I'm releasing my lower back. I'm gonna go all the way down to the ground, let my body hang forward, let my head hang. You should feel a nice opening inside the inner thigh area and the lower back. So let that head drop down. Go ahead and shake it out. You can go ahead and place those elbows back onto the knees. And let's stretch the inside thigh just a little bit more. And I do that by pushing out my thighs. So I just let my hands drop and push against opening up, releasing these inside muscles on the inside of the thigh. And bring your body all the way back up. Nice. Let's face your right leg. So I'm just twisting my body. And I'm gonna go over one leg And as I do this, this other hip wants to lift up. So sit it down. You feel a nice stretch all the way down your side to where your hip is connected. And let this hand drop to the ground. We're going to walk that hand to the other leg. And now you should feel a stretch down the opposite side, right where it connects to the hip. And walk your body back up. And let's come back to center. Nice. Let's go ahead and face the opposite knee. So now I'm facing my left leg. I'm going to drop down over that leg. Hands come to the ground. And walk my hands across the floor. Other leg. And bring my body back up. And back to center. Nice. And bring those legs back in. Let's do a couple figure fours. I'm going to go ahead and take my right leg up, rest that ankle onto my knee. And this is our figure four position. From here, I'm going to keep my body up nice and straight and just tilt at my hips forward. You should feel a nice stretch in that hip. Breathe into that tightness. And as you exhale, imagine all that tension releasing. Let's try to lower just a little bit more if you're able. And bring your body back up. Leave this leg in this figure four position. And the leg that is being rested on, the one that's on the ground, I'm going to lift that up and point it towards me. Body is still nice and upright. And drop that foot back down. And let's lean forward just a little bit more. And bring your body back up. Let's go ahead and let that leg drop across. So now my knees are crossed. You can see my legs. I don't know if you can see me. It's kind of a shadow. So my legs are crossed here. In this position, I'm going to lean forward. And again, don't let your back curl. Back is nice and straight, tilting at the hips. Bring your body back up. From this position, let's do another spinal twist. So I'm going to look behind me, grab that chair, and help twist my spine. And bring back forward. Let's twist the other direction. And come back forward. Nice. Let's do the other side. I'm going to bring that left ankle up across the knee, get our nice figure four position. Body still nice, upright and straight, spine is straight. Let's tilt at the hips forward. Get a nice stretch in that hip. We hold a lot of tension in that area. Bring the body back up. Let's go back down again. Relaxing into this stretch. And bring your body back up. The foot that's on the ground, go ahead and lift it and point it towards me. And drop that foot back down. Drop that knee down. Body's nice and straight. Let's lean forward. And bring your body back up, and let's do our spinal twist. Let's twist in one direction. You can use the chair to help twist you. Just make sure your spine is nice and straight. And come back forward, and let's go the other direction. And back forward, nice, and release those legs. All right, let's get our heart rate up just a bit before we end this session. We're going to do that by moving our legs and our arms together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my right leg and my right hand at the same time. So I'm going to raise it up, bring it back down. Then I'm going to do the other side. So I'm actually alternating. Again, this is challenging, right? Because now I'm using opposite sides of my body. Now let's do this for a count of 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to speed it up a bit. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go a little faster. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and stop. Whew. All right. That should get your heart rate beating up just a bit. You can check in to see. Now remember, our goal is to get that heart rate up, get that blood pumping through our body, but then we want to calm it back down. That creates a very strong heart. So relax your breath, relax your shoulders. Visualize that heart slowing down. Nice, all right. Our next move is just going to use the arms. We're just going to punch out, bring it back, punch out, bring it back. But this movement in the upper body is going to be enough to bring that heart rate up. I'm going to do this again for a count of 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Come on, get that anger out. 15, 16, any frustration. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and back. Nice. All right. Check in with that heart rate. Slow it down. Relax your shoulders. Deep breath. Let it go. Nice. One last move will be our jumping jacks. Again, a count of 30. You guys are doing such a great job. And we're going to count to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, halfway there, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, only 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Whew, that one really got your heart rate going, huh? You can notice the heart rate, building a strong heart, getting that blood pumping through your body. And now let's slow it down. Just visualize that heart rate slowing down. Feel your body relaxing. Breath is going back to normal. Arms feel relaxed. But mind is nice and strong, right? We've got blood pumping through. We're very focused and relaxed. Nice, all right. Let's do a little bit of warming down. I'm going to do that by doing a nice circle with my arm. This time, don't follow it. Let your arm circle around and your body stays forward. If you'd like to engage the eyes, you can practice being able to watch it as it goes around. We really worked our shoulders today. We want to release any lactic acid that's built up inside there. One last circle. Stop and change direction. Make sure you're breathing. One last time, all the way around. Go ahead and rest that hand. Let's switch sides. Big circles. Again, the body stays forward. If you'd like to engage the eyes, you can watch that hand goes around. As it goes around, you might feel a little bit of tension in the eye. That's because you're working and stretching those muscles out. One last time all the way around. And let's stop and change direction. One more time all the way around. And relax that hand. Nice. And let's get any tension out of our shoulders by raising them up, setting them down. Raising them up, setting them down. And let's do some circles. You did a great job really working out these shoulders today. I'm going to change direction. Nice. And let's do one more stretch just to release the neck. And I'm going to hang onto the chair with my right hand. Other hand comes around and tilts down that head. And then if you want to release that hand that's hanging onto the chair, point it down towards the ground. Get an extra stretch just to loosen up this whole neck area. And release. Nice. Let's try the other side. Bring that arm up, rest it on your ears, tilt your head down. If you want a deeper stretch, go ahead and point that opposite hand down. And release. Nice. All right. And let's just shake those arms out, shake those knees out. All right. What time is it? We've got just a minute or two left. So let's go ahead and I like the back stretch. I'm going to go ahead and lean back against my chair. This is a great way to open up the chest, but also release any tension in the back. And I'm leaning back against the chair. My arms are hanging open, but down low. Roll those shoulders up and roll them back so you really can feel the chest opening, and then let that head drop back. And go ahead and bring those arms and that head back. Nice. Let's open our arms out like airplanes. Again, roll those shoulders up, roll them back. And now my palms are facing up. Chest is still open up towards the sky. Let the head drop back. And bring that head up, bring those arms back. We have one last stretch for the back. This time the arms are going to go up. You can still do that same move with the arms up. Roll those shoulders up and feel them setting down so that your chest opens up. Let the hands fall back, let the head fall back. And bring those arms back down towards you. Nice, head comes up, and we'll do one last spinal twist as we look behind one direction. And bring your body forward, and let's twist the other direction. And come back forward, nice. All right, I'm gonna turn the music down just a bit so you hear me. I'm gonna unmute you. There's something, I always wanna share a little something. Tomorrow's equinox. It's kind of a special day. And so, all right, so often we might become sick as the seasons change. It's because we don't follow what the seasons are shifting to. And so we keep our same practices even though the season is changing. And in Ayurveda, it says that we should change our practices as the seasons change. And tomorrow is our fall equinox. And if you look outside, you start to notice that the trees are starting to let go of their leaves, right? The leaves are starting to fall. Some trees, the leaves are turning yellow. And this is a beautiful time. Autumn is always beautiful. But there's something to be learned by watching these trees, because this is the time they start letting go of that foliage and things that grew during the summer. In the spring and summer were all full of growth, but then they let it go. And what's happening is all their energy is going down into their roots. And this is the time that we should be going inside of us too. And so it's time for us to let go so that we can heal and that we can grow from within. So that time when spring comes back again, we'll be ready. But what in Ayurveda, what we learned is that when you hang on to memories or past events, it keeps us in the past, and we don't get to move forward. And so fall is the time of letting go. So if you think about a tree letting go of their leaves, this is our time to let go too. And so journaling is a great way of letting go, of just letting